Hi, this is Rich. Welcome to my blog. Hey, just a real quickie on flat Earth, fake moon thing, okay? This is, for me, it's like compelling logic, right? Call it evidence, data, information. But yeah, I was looking at this live feed from the Japanese spacecraft. It's supposed to be orbiting the moon or something, taking live feed video of the moon's surface, and it was Earthrise, so you could see the Earth on the other side as this thing goes along. The link's down here. You can look at the video. But of course, it was actually a replay of the live feed. Okay. So anyway, I'm looking at this, and I'm seeing Earth in the sky. Not seeing any stars or anything, but there's the Earth. It looks fake as hell. It looks like, it doesn't even look like good CGI. It looks like crap. But it's scrolling over the moon, at kind of close to the surface, and as the spacecraft is supposed to be going over the moon like this, the moon is coming like this, and you can see all the craters, and they're really clear, very clearly rendered video of the moon craters. And it just occurred to me all of a sudden, every crater is a round impact hole, and that's what I really want to get to and talk to you about. When you look at any photo of the moon, you can Google zoom, telescope photos of the moon. Every crater is really very, very round. I mean, the really big giant craters, nice round circle. Every little bitty meteorite that's supposed to have hit the moon, little round circle. I go, what? There are no sideways hits on the moon of a meteorite making a crater? There's nothing sideways. Every crater hole is exact perfect circle. And I'm going, wait. If the moon's round, I'm not saying it is or isn't. This isn't about the size and shape of the freaking moon. It's about the craters on the moon all being perfectly round. So that means that the meteorite would have to hit exact 90 degrees. I'm just a 90-degree hit to make a perfect circle with no, if a meteorite came in sideways on the moon, it would go right, and it would make a big long ditch and all this trench and stuff like this. And that's not happening. Of all the thousands of meteorite demarcations, or where they impact points, they're all round. I can't say it enough. There's nothing really else to say about this fucking video. It's like, you look at the fucking craters and they're all round. That's not right. Millions of years or billions or whatever that the moon is supposed to be circling around in space, and every fucking meteor hits that thing at 90 degrees, no matter what side of the moon it's on. The side of the moon over here, they're perfectly round. When you get over here and you look at them, they're perfectly round. You get over here, round. And these are perfectly round. That means everywhere the fucking meteorites hit the fucking moon, it's 90 degrees. Now, how the fuck is that happening? That doesn't make sense. And especially since, if this is the face of the moon, round that away, and the Earth's somewhere over here, and you have these big craters. You look up at the moon. Anytime you look at the fucking moon, you see these big round craters. How is a meteorite going to go around the Earth like this and come back around like this and then hit at a 90-degree angle the fucking moon? It's just all lame, So it's just one more piece of shit, that's pretty obvious to some people once you point it out. It's just aggravating. This whole fucking thing, NASA lies and size and shape of Earth. It's just crazy. But more and more people are researching the size and shape of the planet, well, I don't know, is this a planet or a plane? And so I think that's a really good thing. And I think it's, I'm starting to lean toward, one direction or the other, but I don't have conclusive evidence for myself. Well, let me put it this way. There are some things that don't explain well. And I'm still working out the details on that. But that's not an argument about this right now. I just want to... I'm kind of leaning toward flat-ish. But I don't know. All the compelling evidence... The one that has me fascinated, too, lately is Admiral Byrd's television interview talking about a continent about the size of the U.S., way beyond the South Pole. What the fuck is that? Why would the governments want to keep us from the Antarctic? It's the only place on Earth that we can't explore. Private individuals can't explore. Pretty fishy, isn't it? Makes you think, doesn't it? So I'm thinking, with the size, and Earth is much bigger than we thought, or it's got some kind of curve to it or it's flat. My latest is that it's a belief system territory, a dimensional plane, a realm, kind of like what Tesla says. It's not a planet, it's a realm, which would make sense. A part that bugs me about there's different people have different ideas about, they might agree on it's flat, but they might not agree on the firmament, the dome, and all that stuff. And that's okay. For me, I'm really liking the galaxy with all the stars, and they're globular, they're round, and the whole gravity or something about whatever makes things coagulate or coalesce in like a water droplet in no gravity, or even a water droplet dropping in a vacuum with gravity. It'll form up into a round globular shape, globe shape. So I'm really liking that. The whole thing with planets and stars and galaxies and the whole space wars and galactic civilizations, I'm liking that. I mean, I've been very fond of that my whole life. I'm not saying I know anymore. I'm not saying I'm totally convinced that that's how it works in a 3D holographic universe, this physical universe. I don't know anymore. I'm going with simulated reality, or I'm going with holographic created reality. It's a computer. It's not a computer generation, I don't think. I think it's this generated matrix reality that we're in is a construct of the subconscious thoughts and minds of everybody here. And the beings who originally designed or fashioned this game universe, just like sitting down and creating a game universe. You got a whole game universe in Mass Effect. In any of these huge multiplayer games, there's a whole planet or a whole bunch of game universe. So you sit down and design it, and there it is. And so you run around and you assume the viewpoint of the avatar and you play around in it. Well, it's instead of created with this physical universe, instead of created with computer graphics, where it's more of a dream. Somebody just imagines this, and given enough time, you can populate your dreamscape with more and more details. And if you have enough brain power or mental facility with your mental imagery, you can create your imagery and your environments, and they will sustain and they will stay there. And then once you stop doing your creative visualization and you snap, you wake back up into this world, you do your things around here, and then you want to go visit your imagined world again, you just close your eyes and go into a zone and you kind of tune in to your thought and your creation, and all the details are still there. Every blade of grass, the water, the fish in the water, the clouds, everything. It's really beautiful, and it sustains. And that's one individual doing that. Well, if another individual taps into that dreamscape, they're telepathic, they're synced. I've met people that can do this. They've told me they've done this when they were little kids, or they get together on the weekends and they take their recreational substances and they do this thing together. It's a dreamscape, a co-created dream reality. Others, out-of-body experience, but that's getting further out there in the theories and speculation. But yeah, this universe is a co-created consensus reality, imagined and thought up by us and others together. Someone, I believe, was the source of it. A group or an individual being was the ultimate source of this particular reality system, this particular simulated reality, this matrix. But there it is. And so a lot of us have gone, oh, look, let me try this. And we've gotten involved in this reality system. And it's a long game. It's like jumping into a good computer game. This is a long game. It's very involved. Instead of taking hours and hours to play a computer game, it's taken millennia, thousands and millions of years. We play these games in this universe. We pop out when we die, but then we decide to go right back in. We call it reincarnation now. But if it was a big, massive game, we just go, oh, I want to play again. And so you respawn yourself, or you recreate a new character, or you create a new character in the game. You pick and choose and make your agreements on what your personality and character are. Are you going to be elven, warrior, mage, whatever? And you pick and choose, and these are your agreements. We could call those soul contract agreements, playing this physical universe game. But we make the agreements. And who are you making the agreements with? You're making the agreements with the other players, the software program, or the whole operating system. And it's all kind of automatic, but you're making these agreements, and yes, I'll agree to be a this. This is my intelligence level, this is my strength, this is my courage, this is my charisma. You make the agreements before you play the game. Very similar, in my understanding, of this physical reality game universe. I'm just saying. I could go on and on about it, but it's supposed to be about the moon. And we could talk all day about, hey, what's the moon really? Was it a spacecraft, space station sort of thing, brought over to Earth to monitor us and control us with energy, different kinds of energy beams beamed at us? What is it? We're lied to so much that it's just, you can't believe anybody anymore. It's like, God, how do you figure this out? So I say, well, just keep plugging away and use your logic and keep gathering your information and create your story of what this place is and how it is and why it is this way. And the idea being that the knowledge is power, or knowledge will empower you and give you a stronger belief and a stronger story and philosophy on what this place is, and hopefully it will give you more self-determinism and greater control over the creation of this place from your perspective, so that you can, if you do come back, you can come back with a greater ability and awareness and understanding. Or if you choose not to come back into this particular game universe, you can do so. And your beliefs and your understanding and knowledge of the greater reality will be such that you can leave this place and go, I may have been addicted to that game and going back and over and over and over again, getting talked into agreeing to go back because it's so wonderful, like it's the only game in town. But you know, there's a lot of other universes out there. There's a lot of other game universes. Just like you can go to the store and buy different computer games. There's a lot of different game universes that we can choose to play. Unless we're so fucked up, addicted to one game, Mass Effect, Skyrim, whatever. If you get so addicted to one game universe and so mind-fucked that once you do get out of the game, you're not interested in real world or the greater reality. You want to get right back into the game as fast as you can. Build a better character, choose different strategies, power up different ways, play the game differently next time, make different choices and decisions. It's like, God, I love this game. And you get back in the game and you play it again. But every time you go in, you get mind wiped about what you played last time. That's not right. We get mind wiped. If you've been here before, reincarnations, previous lives, you've been mind wiped. You don't get to save your game or you don't get to replay the game. You don't get to remember how you played the game. So it's just over and over and over again. It's like a messed up, fucked up addict just playing the game over and over and over again, struggling to win, and each time getting worse off. The addiction is getting worse, and you're becoming more and more the effect of the game, and it's becoming not fun, painful, upsetting, distressful, yet you can't quit because you've lost your. If you lose your ability to remember how it used to be, if you lose your ability to make great choices based on experience, you can't do it in one life. You need more than one life of experience to make your wise decisions about whether or not to come back into this game or not. Anyway, this is just philosophy and philosophical babble here. But yeah, it pretty much aggravates me, the whole size and shape of Earth. So I guess you might say that I like to believe that this isn't the real reality. This is a fake, a simulated reality, a matrix, a prison universe, a trap. And it gets spiritual beings engaged and involved, addicted to it. And we agree to the mind wipe or the amnesia. We get so caught up in this we don't want to remember. Some people don't want to remember their past. We say we do, but then you look at how bad it was and you go, oh, that's fucked up. And people have amnesia all the time because of a traumatic incident. And it's the subconscious survival mechanism of blocking out the memory of a painful experience. And you don't want to think about it. You don't want to go there ever again. And so we can have lifetimes that are so bad that it's not always somebody else making us mind wipe ourselves. Sometimes we do it ourselves because it was too fucked up. We don't want to do that. So we're involved in there's a level of responsibility that we have to take ourselves about the mind wipe and the forgetfulness and stuff. So it's as complicated as can fucking be. Damn. So we do the best we can. But I say, learn everything you can about this universe and the multiverse and the greater reality and the nature of reality and how reality is created. And learn about your own mind and your subconscious mind as best you can. And take what you learn in this life with you when this body expires. So that when you are faced with the next level of gameplay, what do? You get to decide. But you're going to decide based upon your experience, your decisions, your values, your understanding of things, your beliefs about things, and all of this. So what are you going to do? And you can look at other people with a different education than you have, a different level of wakefulness and awareness and understanding of what's going on this planet, and you can imagine the choices they will make. A lot of people will go on default mode and they'll just believe what their religion or philosophy says is the right choices and the right way to behave and the right thing to do. And the go-to guy. Who do you go to for more wisdom and information? You know, they just adopt a philosophy or a religion, and they, well, whatever that says, that's what I'll do. And that's one way of doing it. Another way is to be think for yourself and do your own research. And good luck with that. So yeah, moon, round. Every meteorite apparently has hit it directly 90 degrees to make a perfect circle crater. And every crater I've seen in these photos and visual and even the video, they're always perfect circle craters. That means to me every crater had to be hit at a 90-degree angle, which is just logic tells me that's not going to happen. And so it's pretty obvious to me that they're lying about that. The moon may be up there. I don't know how far away it is, but it's up there. And I think it's a real construct, not a hologram, holographic projection image. I think it's substantial, but I think whoever created it, and this is my latest theory, when it was built or created with these circular crater holes or crater impressions, it's just speculation, but it seems to me that they didn't really think it through. They just designed the landscape. It was easy to do. And so they just got the landscape to look like all these little circles for craters. But hell, I don't know. I've never been up there. I couldn't say. I don't know what kind of bullshit. I question everything anymore. So yeah. Thanks for listening. And feel free to share your feedback and thoughts on this. Thanks for watching. Okay? I will talk to you later. Okay. Bye-bye.